Good evening. Welcome to you all for the 47th program of the IIF Chennai chapter this year being conducted here at IIF office. So, to get the proceeding started, we now request Mr. Shaktivel Tirunavakarasu, our IIF Chennai chapter chairman, to welcome the gathering.
Good evening, Malai Vanakkam. Solunga sir, good evening. Thank you. Please, you have to set the tempo, right? Okay, so we have been associated with MMA for a long time, maybe 2 to 3 years. We have been doing a couple of programs in their premises. So after that, we graduated and doing it here in our own office. So welcome all to the members of IIF as well as MMA members. So today we have a very good program on financial planning and wealth management. This is focusing on individuals. There was a lot of questions I've been hearing from the last few days, whether it's for the corporate companies or for the individual. We made it very clear it's for individuals, not for the corporate entity or companies or something like that. So let us keep it the focus on that. So we had a very good presenter today among us to deliver on this. But before going to financial planning and wealth management, unless otherwise we have the money with us, we cannot do anything. So the base of is saving. So once you have the money, then only we can think about financial planning or wealth management. It is up to us to save. Then only the consultant can say where to put and how to put. Right? So with a small note, thank you for coming. We have a couple of programs coming up next month, 20th, right? 20th we have a very good program. Rise of Modern India 2047. So very good presenter is going to do that. That is going to be our 50th program also for this year. So to make it happen, we have a very good program. Please come and enrich yourself for these occasions, right? Thank you then. Let us have a presenter do the needful. Also, question and answer session, please make it very specific. Last time one gentleman was narrating his own experience in the name of questions, right? So we should stick to the point, whatever you want the clarification. He is disseminating his knowledge in the mean of asking questions. So that will be consuming more time because everyone want to go home earlier. So that is a small thing for you. Thank you.
Thank you, Chairman. To now introduce our illustrious speaker to the gathering, we now request Mr. V.K. Raman, Vice Chairman, IIF Chennai Chapter, to introduce the speaker to the gathering, please.
Thank you very much, Vignesh, for giving me this good opportunity to introduce Mr. A.K. Narayan to the forum. Mr. A.K. Narayan, Associate Member of Institute of Chartered Accountants of India and Bachelor of Arts in Economics in Madras University. His experience over 2 decades, industrial experience in corporate finance and top management, and held a CEO position in large leather group in Chennai. Publisher and editor for Tamil Nadu Investors Association Investors Digest for about 15 years, and over 3 decades of experience in capital market and how to invest right and prosper. So he is the author for that. So it is very helpful to all of us. Presently, he is an investment coach and trainer, financial planner for individuals, trusts, HNIs and corporates, trainer for investor education. So this list, big list continues. Similarly, training part specialized in enhancing the role of directors in corporate governance, discussion on compliance, interpretation of balance sheet items. So all these areas he is a trainer, and served as trustee member in Investor Protection Funds, Committee of Investor Education Protection Fund, Government of India, Ministry of Law and Justice and Department of Company Affairs for 2 years. Served as a member, SEBI Investor Protection Fund. Over a decade served as a trustee, Investor Protection Fund, National Stock Exchange, Mumbai. Served as a trustee, Investor Protection Fund, Madras Stock Exchange, and many committees constituted by SEBI. And the Primary Market Advisory Committee is a member, and Corporate Governance Committee under Kumaramangalam Birla on Corporate Governance, and Mr. Narayan on Corporate Governance. served in many other SEBI high-powered committees, and served as member of advisory council constituted by few mutual fund houses, addressed more than 1,000 financial literacy and investor programs across the country, and he is a member in LIC Zonal Advisory Board, Southern Region. So over 30 years of capital market experience, done work on valuation and helped some companies as well as merger and acquisition. So his experience, the list is a big list he has got. So it is a wonderful subject for all of us. As an individual, we can gain more knowledge on this. So now I request Mr. Narayan to take over the forum and start the presentation. Thank you.
Good evening. I'd like to thank the chairman, office bearers, and the members of the Institute of Indian Foundrymen, Southern Region, and the members of Madras Management Association for giving me this wonderful opportunity to share my thoughts on the subject of financial planning and wealth management. I'm very happy to be here this evening to share some of the thoughts which I thought will be useful to the members. There's always a question whether I can become a rich man by hearing this lecture or by investing in the stock market. But only one thing I can tell you, that it takes time to create wealth on a longer duration. One is saving, second is it takes time. So if you're going to invest money slowly but steadily, automatically you can become a rich man over a period of time. I can assure you that it will happen. So, but today's thing I'll cover a little bit on financial planning, saving and investment, insurance, SIP, purpose and goals, and wealth creation, and then we'll conclude with some question and answer. There is always a question whether to become rich man, we need to have bigger money, smaller money. I always say that small money is good enough to become rich, but discipline is what is required, and that is what many people lack today. People don't have discipline, and they want to become rich, and they are a little bit greedy also in between, and then using shortcut methods ultimately result in disasters. Like spending what is left after saving, start saving right now. These are all simple mantras which everybody knew. But then, you know, when I tell people that you have to save 25% of your income, they question a lot of things: how to save, where to save, which product to save, how long to save, what is the return I'll get. All kinds of questions keep cropping up. But ultimately, I tell them we have only 4 asset classes to invest wherever you go. Whether you're in India or abroad, you can put money in fixed income products like your deposits or whatever it is. It can be fixed deposit in bank or post office or NSE or whatever you want to do, PPF and all that. Second thing is on gold. Third thing is on real estate, and last thing is on the equity market. You don't have anything like 5th or 6th or 7th. Only 4 asset classes are there in the world. Whether you are in Chennai or London or New York, you have to follow only these 4. Now, should I invest in all the 4? Yes, the answer is yes. You have to put your money, put your little bit of money everywhere. Then why people are not able to do this? That's a question always in my mind. Fixed income, yes, people are very happy with putting a lot of money in banks because they are very happy with the fixed return of 7%, 8% or whatever you get today. Luckily you are getting 8%, but will you get 8% after 1 year? I don't know. But definitely this inflation and other things and taxes takes away bulk of your deposits. So fixed deposit is good, but to what extent it is good, one should know about it. The gold, people buy craze, like craze, they buy gold. They think by buying gold you can become a rich person, but generally is not the case. Yes, gold is good asset class, but you must know your limit, how much to put your money. But without limit, if you're going to put your money in gold, then you become a disaster again. So I always tell people you can put about 5%, 10% of your overall portfolio in gold and nothing more. You can't make the shop owners rich all the time. You have to become rich. By putting money only in gold, you're not going to become rich. I can assure you that. Then comes the real estate. Yes, real estate is a good asset class. One good house to live in is more than enough. You don't need the second house, third house and give it to on rent and all that. But then we have our own opinions and challenges. We have the second house, third house, fourth house, land here, there, and ultimately we suffer in the end. So one good house in real estate is good enough for us. People are suffering today. I'm seeing people coming 70 years, 75, not knowing what to do with the real estate. One good house is more than enough. Then comes the last asset class. What I'm going to stress more is on equity market. Unfortunately in India, only 3-4% of the people are investing in equity market because they think it is very, very risky. And so they have their own experiences. I can't say no to it. Starting from Arshad Mehta time, people have lost money here, there. So they think, they come and argue that I have lost money, so I'm going to lose money. So I don't want to invest money in equity market. But this 3-4% of the people who are investing are really a rich class of people, and they have made their money. But the people who are not investing, then they always suffer on account of inflation and taxes and all that. So nothing like saying good or bad, but things are there all the time. So before investing, you must have your own goal, set of goals, and then you must know how to control your expenses, and you must have the guide to achieve the goals. All are important. I must have a goal. Why I should save money? I must save money for my children's education. I want to save money for my marriage. I want to save money for my children's marriage, or I want to retire peacefully. All these are goals. But am I achieving all that? Am I putting money, focusing on gold? The answer is no. We just keep on buying something. Accepting gold, you buy it and keep it in the locker permanently, and then say that it is going to be used sometime or other. Otherwise, I am not seeing anything great in gold. We put money, whenever we get money, put the money in State Bank of India fixed deposit and go behind some depositors. And unfortunately, people are ready to put money in all places across, saying that, ignoring the risk. They put money everywhere. I was really surprised today morning when I got the news that various people have lost money. You must have read in the newspapers. There was a person operating Arudra investments. I'm sure you must have read it also. Arudra. The number of people who have invested there. Almost, they have 1,09,000 people have invested money in Arudra. He has collected quietly 2,438 crores. 2,438 crores. And we are calling share market as risky, mutual fund is risky, but you're ready to give the money to somebody, Arudra, because he says, I'll double your money in 1 year, 6 months and all that. Such a ridiculous financial literacy we are having. We are educated people, but we are ready to believe somebody. If I sit outside and say, I'll double your money in 6 months, people are ready to give the money to me. That's how crazy we are having. Because our objective is to quicken our returns. We want to enrich ourselves quickly. We want to become rich quickly. Nothing is going to happen by putting money in Arudra. Now people are going behind the police station and I think nothing will happen. Nothing. You will not get anything back. Policeman will have, like that 4 or 5 firms have taken you for a ride. Whether it is LPN or IFS. Everywhere people have lost money, in crores, 5,000 crores, 4,000 crores. Just like that they are able to collect money. When are we going to improve ourselves? Saying that this is risky, but that is not risky. Unless we are ready. What's the point in earning money, saving money? A lot of people come to my office and say, if I say invest 10,000 rupees, and I don't have money, sir, I got EMI running for car, my vehicle, my land, my building, personal loan, this, that. Why are you carrying so much of EMI? I have no answer. If a man getting 50, 60,000 rupees, a lakh of rupees, if you are not able to deposit 10,000 rupees in a SIP, I say, you are unfit. At all, completely, you are unfit. What is the point in your living? That's how I was very, very furious with these kind of people. I have people who are earning 10,000 rupees and putting 1,000 rupees SIP. I will scale him very, very high than a man getting 1 lakh and not being able to deposit 10,000 or 15,000 consistently. I know, I have clients who are earning 3 lakhs. A lady CEO comes and says, 3 lakhs I am earning, but I can't put 30,000 rupees because she has got EMI car. She said, I purchased a Benz car, I am putting 80,000 rupees EMI. I got a house. What is the urgency to buy a Benz car? That's the question I asked. You must know your limits before you spend your money. If you don't know, because your neighbor has purchased a car, doesn't mean you should buy a car. You must know your limits. If you don't know your limits, then you are to be mistaken. That's all. You are suffering. That's all. 30-35% if you don't save and if you don't put in the right product, then you have to suffer throughout your life, and don't blame anybody else other than yourself. So the asset allocation part, I told you, these 3-4 asset classes are in front of you and you have to save money exactly like that. And insurance, the less I talk, it's better, because people are carrying so many insurance policies today. Everybody comes with a bag of insurance policies. At various points they have taken insurance policies. Because my neighbor is an agent, my uncle is an agent, my cousin is an agent, my office colleague is an agent, everybody is an agent, and they want to enrich themselves by giving you a policy. But do you require so many policies? The answer is they don't know what policy to buy. Why don't you take a simple term policy? They have no answer. They pay 1 lakh, 2 lakhs. The banker has told me 1 lakh every year you put, and I'll get pension after 50 years or 60 years. Insurance is not meant for all that. Insurance is meant for protection. In case something happens to me, my family should not suffer. Are we fulfilling that? Am I taking two-wheeler insurance like that? Four-wheeler insurance like that? In case of theft, in case of fire, in case of accident, I get back some money. Same way life. In case something happens, my family gets money back. So life policy, just take a term policy, pay 5,000 rupees for your son and daughter, 25 years, 30 years. Pay 5,000 rupees per year to cover 50 lakhs or 80 lakhs, not 5 lakhs and 2 lakhs. For 50 lakhs policy, you have to pay 5,000 rupees. Why should you pay 1 lakh to a banker? I'm not blaming them. They are sellers. Everybody will try to sell their products like what you people are doing, what I am doing. But you must know what to buy. You can't buy whatever is available in the market. But unfortunately, insurance is sold like that. It's pushed like that. But we have to blame ourselves. So term policies are must, health policies are must, and emergency fund. Less we talk, it's better. In the COVID time, people didn't have money. They had gold, they had land. Excepting cash, they had everything. So keep 5-6 months of expenses. Keep it in emergency fund, either in fixed deposit or liquid fund or whatever you want. Keep it there. Don't touch the money unless absolutely emergency. Don't wait for any return there. 3%, 2% doesn't matter. 5% is okay. Don't expect any return in emergency fund, but you must have emergency fund all the time running, so that in case of problem, loss of job, loss of profits, I get back into that. So that is the preliminary thing you must have. So emergency fund is an absolute must, and your insurance matter. You have to have term policy. Educate your sons and daughters. Never ask them to go. And regulated and unregulated. Arudra, I told you, regulated products are very important for you to do it. Why I am stressing? Banks, you can regulate by RBI. I know that. In case some problem crops up, I can go to RBI. Insurance, some problem crops up, I can go to IRDA. In case some capital market issue, I can go to SEBI. Pension product, some problem comes, I can go to PFRDA. Arudra, put some money. Where can I go? I can go to police station. That's all. Nothing. It's an unregulated product. Never fall for unregulated product. Anybody offering more than 8%, 8.5%, absolutely you must say no to it. You should not feel greedy and go behind somebody. Nobody will give you, there is no free lunch today anywhere. You must know. Nobody is going to help you to make you rich. Everybody will try to take money out of you. Let us be very, very clear about that. No lending, no borrowing. This is the simple principle and mantra you must follow. If you are able to follow this, then you'll be successful in life throughout. But we are not ready to follow all this. So regulated product is a must. Anybody coming to you, you must ask him what kind of regulation you are giving. Is the product regulated or not? People are just joining some scheme, gold scheme, that scheme, silver scheme, gold scheme. Everything is available and people are going there. So we have to do that. Safety and liquidity and returns. These are all the three principles of investments. Don't forget this SLR. Safety, liquidity and return. All are important for us. My safety of the principal, liquidity means anytime I'm able to encash it, and the returns should be reasonable. Don't expect unreasonable expenses. When I say returns 8%, 7% is fine. Never think it will go to 10%, 11% like past time. 1989, the interest was 16%. Will it go to 16%? Never it will happen. Never. Never in your life think it will go to 16%. In 1999, it came to 13%. Will it go to 13% now? No. 2009, it came to 10%. Do you think it will go to 10%? No, it will not go. It will not cross 8.5%. So now 2019, you are into 6%, 7%. So in another 3 years time, 2029, the interest rate will be 6%. You must prepare yourself where to deploy my money so that I'm happy with 6% or 5%. You have to prepare yourself. So it's gradually coming down 3% year on year. 2039, India will get 3% return. Are we ready to meet those challenges? Are we preparing our mindset like that? Don't blame the government for everything. You can't blame anybody. Blame yourself. Are you preparing? Am I getting better products? Am I getting better return from somewhere? That is a question you should ask. Don't ask somebody else to help you. Nobody will help you. You ask question, pertinent question, you will get the answer automatically. Interest rate will fall because once inflation starts falling, interest rate will start falling. Inflation today is 6%. RBI says 4%, I want to bring it down. Government says 4.25. I'm sure they'll bring it down to 4.5% or 5%. And interest will start falling from October, November. You'll be surprised by the fall in the interest rate. If you see the USA and UK, the inflation rates are 8.5%. First time in the world you are seeing inflation rate in India is better than many other countries because we did not give free money during the COVID time. In COVID time, what happened in the USA? Everybody was getting $1,400 per month as a COVID assistance. India, they gave you wheat and rice. That's the difference. People are shouting. Chidambaram was saying, give 10 lakhs, 2 lakhs. He wanted to make sure that India also get into that kind of a problem. But luckily we did not adhere to his, listen to him. Now they don't know what to do about it. UK, same thing. They doled out money. Today UK inflation is 10%. He's not able to control anything. Every 3 months we are seeing the change of prime ministers in UK. Why? They cannot control the inflation. India is able to control it. Indian inflation will come down to 4.5%, 4.75%. India is already 5th largest economy in the world. We have beaten UK. It's a matter of time. We'll go to 4. We'll beat Germany next by December or January. We'll be in the top 3 in the next 5 years, 6 years. USA, China and India. We will dominate the next 10, 20 years and India will become top 2 in 2047. This is what is going to happen. We have to believe in ourselves and work towards that and see what is possible instead of saying that, this will not happen, that will not happen. So this is a simple difference between saving and investment. Any money in your bank, don't think it's an investment, it's only a saving. You get your salary done in your bank account, it is a saving. But unless you put that money to use, it will never become investment. So you have to put that money, whether it is buying a product or buying an FD or buying a gold or whatever it is, it will not happen at all. So you need to convert your saving into investment. So please do something quickly to understand this. Only investment can grow. Saving will never grow. Saving 3%, 2.5%, how it can grow? And we always say that, bankers are giving lesser interest. They cannot give bigger interest to you anymore. We need to be very, very clear about our goal. As I said, retirement benefit, I want to set aside 5,000 rupees or 10,000. Consistently and disciplined way you save your money. You will not make a mistake. What is that?
Earning interest, earning potential.
Yeah, earning interest. So this choose a suitable asset allocation products between those 3-4 products. Asset allocation is a must. Asset allocation is buying a one house, putting some money in gold, 5-10%, the gold is good. Because of this war and all that, gold has gone up substantially. Understand, the gold price is not fixed by Indian. We are consumers, but it is fixed in New York Stock Exchange. Gold Commodity Exchange fixes the price. It is now $2,000 per ounce, the gold. Now, it has not crossed $2,100 for a long, long time. It came down to as low as $1,000. It has moved up to $2,000. Because of your exchange rate, Indian rupee, becoming 80, 81, the gold price is moving up in India. So otherwise, this will not move. In case dollar becomes 70 rupees, gold price will fall again. I am not suggesting that it will fall, but keep that in mind. It will not. Average return of 30-35 years is 7% in gold. It cannot give you an extraordinary return. 7.5% is the yardstick. You can keep it in gold. This year it may be bigger because 21 you got minus return, 22 is better return, 23 we don't know, 24 maybe minus again, we don't know. Average 7.5% is the return in gold. It cannot just about the inflation beat the inflation. So don't think the gold price can eternally run up. The gold bond is very good. Sovereign gold bond by Government of India. It's an excellent method of saving because government wants people to reduce buying gold. They want you to subscribe to gold bond. But people are not ready to listen to that. They want to go to Panangal Park and buy physical gold and keep it in the locker permanently. We don't know the safety of the locker, or we don't know the purity of the gold. Nothing we want to listen, but we want to buy gold and keep it in the locker permanently. I'm not against gold, but it's an unproductive asset in my opinion if you're going to keep the gold permanently like that. So you must know mistakes to avoid, shortcuts. There is no shortcut to become rich. You need to earn money, you need to save money, you need to put it in the right product. There is no other shortcut for you. And reasonable expectation. If 7%, 8% is expectation, you have to do that by putting money. Suppose I put 10 lakhs of rupees in State Bank of India for 10 years, maybe 7-8%, you will get about 14 lakhs or 14.5 lakhs at the end of 10th year. Is it a good return for me? Yes, it's a good return because you are able to predict the return, you are able to get return, you are able to get back the capital. But 10 becoming 14 lakhs at the end of 10 years, what is the value of that? Can I put the same thing in some kind of equity money? 10 lakhs can become 40 lakhs or 45 lakhs. But you are not ready to listen to that because every day people are watching the market and then they are coming and telling me, sir, 10 lakhs has become 9 lakhs and 99,000. At this rate, if I'm going to lose 1,000 rupees, they're extrapolating and then they're saying it will become 5 lakhs. But they are ready to put money in Ardra. They're ready to buy gold indefinitely. But when I tell them 10 years you have to wait, they're saying nobody will wait for 10 years. So we are making mistakes. Otherwise, you're overconfident and the market runs up. 60,000 becomes 70,000, entire crowd will come back to market and say the market will go to 1 lakh or 2 lakhs and everybody will put money there. They make wrong purchases and they do it. So we have to be very careful about that. We have got a lot of emotions and you know, lot of bias we are having, and we always compare. Never borrow and lend money, that I always say that. And not involving family is very dangerous. You have to involve your family. A lot of people come to me and said that, you know, the time of nominee, this, that. A lot of confusion is happening today. The money is also having very tricky, so you have to be very careful. Please involve your family in all the financial aspect they should know. During COVID time, we have lost a lot of people. And many of them didn't even know what is the investment they have made, where they have put in their money, nothing. And a lot of issues are cropping up. You have to involve your family all the time. And not having adequate insurance and too much of physical assets, gold and land and building. Absolutely, you know, it's okay, but you can't have, unless you are a super rich man, don't go for second house, third house and all. One good house, whether it's 1 crore or 2 crore or 5 crore, it doesn't matter. Stay nicely, but one good house is more than enough till you retire. These financial goals I told you, marriage, children education, buying a house and retirement planning. People don't care about retirement planning. It's a matter of time. India is also going to have the same issue. We are thinking that government is having old pension policy, new pension policy, this, that. What is there? Why don't you create your own pension policy yourself? Why are you depending on government for anything and everything? It's not going to happen at all. You will only be talking and talking, it will drag. From where government will bring in? If you are not allowing them to put money in equity, you are not allowing them to do this and that, but you expect them to give you a higher return, from where they will bring in money? If they are going to put money in a government security, they will get only 6%, 6.5%. From where they will bring in money? So it's not going to happen at all. So we must also understand from where the returns are coming. The return from Sensex can give you 12%, 13%, 14%. Gold can give you 7%. Fixed deposit can give you 7 or 8%. Real estate maybe 8 or 9%. But if you're going to give the house for rental, you will get 2% or 2.5%. A lot of people stay nicely in the rental place because your yield will be 2% or 3%. You think that your house is appreciating. It will never. And you will have all kinds of issues. So think twice, thrice before you buy a house and take a big loan. I always tell the youngsters, you know, at the age of 25, 30, banker will chase them for a loan. Never sign up any loan for housing. Not at all urgent. 40 years you wait. Have some money with you. 1/3 of the money should be with you before you buy the house. 60 lakhs I am buying. I must have 20 lakhs to pay. Then borrow 30 lakhs or 40 lakhs. You can't borrow 95% and then say, I'll pay EMI till my retire. You'll only be wasting your time on that. So you must know where you're going to live. A lot of IT people have bought house in the OMR road. They have got new job in Pune and Bangalore. What to do to the house? Houses are empty. They are not able to sell, they are not finding tenants, they are suffering today. So all these things you have to keep in mind. Your EMI should never cross 30% of your salary. My salary is 1 lakh, maybe 25,000-30,000 rupees can be my EMI. So 1/3 of my money down payment I must have EMI not more than 25-30%. All these are things. And third, I must have 35-40 years old. Otherwise, never commit yourself to buy a house. You must educate your children. Very important. They will not listen. But you have to keep on telling them. Financial habits or like healthy habits like walking, going to the gym, doing yoga. You have to do that. You have to educate it. It's your responsibility. Going to the school and college alone is not sufficient. Financial habits have to come from the house first and make them attend programs of these types. They must listen. At least 1 hour they should listen every month if they want to become. Everybody can become rich just like that. But we are failing in our duty if we are not doing that. Insurance, I think I told you, life insurance, term insurance, health insurance, more than enough. Tell the children, not required. No other insurance required. Just take 1 crore, pay 5,000, 6,000 rupees. More than enough. Why waste money on insurance products? Insurance is for protection. Mutual fund is for wealth creation. Understand the utility of the products. We are not understanding. We are not ready to listen to anything. And we make mistakes. Sensex is gold. A lot of people ask me a question. Whether the index will give you better return. Whether the market can give you return. See, the Sensex was what? 1986, 549. What was the gold price at that time? 2,140 for 10 grams. Today, how many times it has grown? 109 times the equity market has grown. And my gold has grown 29 times. But you have got more of gold in my locker than my equity market. We sell gold, we sell equity and buy gold all the time. So we are making mistakes again and again. I am not saying gold is bad, but you must know where to put in your money. 7%, 8%, it is okay, but you can't do that. Mutual fund is a great product. It is a professionally run mutual fund. There are good funds available in India, well-regulated product, transparent product, disclosure standards are good, expense ratios are low. So why not put that in there? Returns are reasonable. Equity fund should give you about 12% on a longer duration. But if I am not getting it, but are we spending enough time on that? 1 year, 2 year, 3 year, you will not get returns. You have to wait. You have to wait. You have no other choice but to wait. But we don't have the time and energy to wait. As an investor, since 1983, I can tell you that equity alone can give you. I don't believe in other asset classes, but I am a person who has been investing in equity market and I am largely benefited by that. That's why I'm sharing my experiences, not out of books. In 83, 84, we didn't have business channel, we didn't have proper regulation, nothing. But from that time, I'm seeing how things are. Things are, every time I address the meeting, they ask what will happen to the market next day. We don't know. We cannot predict the market. I don't know what will happen. We are not astrologers to predict the market. But then they ask me how the market will behave next month. Who knows? We don't know with the market. I don't know really. Market may go up, may come down. But one thing I know, the next 10 years, if you're going to stay invested, you will get 12% return. That's the magic of this market. But we are not ready to listen to that. Patience and long term, these two mantras, if you are ready to follow and if you are able to manage these two things very well, you are the master and everybody can become a crorepati. Just like that. You did not go behind anything else. You can retire at 55 years. But we are not ready for all that. Performance of the funds are very good. Sensex performance is also good. But anything we can show, but ultimately put to action, it is up to you to do that and not me. Sovereign gold bond is a great scheme. 2.5% interest the government of India is giving you. 3-4 times in a year they are giving you the bond. Government wants to reduce physical gold. We are importing 800 tons of gold every year. That is why the foreign exchange is spent on that. So government wants to save foreign exchange. That is why they are pushing this sovereign gold bond. And all the temples are now converting their physical gold into sovereign gold bond. You can also participate in this. You get some concession of 50 rupees per gram when you are entering there. And 7-8 years, 8 years lock-in period is there. When you are leaving at 8th year, any capital gain, there is nil taxation there. So what more you want? You get the same gold price at the end of 8th year. Nothing else there. But we feel physical gold is important. We want to hire a locker. Here, no locker, nothing. It's all just in a demat paper form. Nothing is required for you. No preservation. No thief can come and take your gold. Such an easy thing for you. But it's not catching up for so many reasons. These are all asset allocation. I told you equity, fixed income, real estate and gold. These are the 4 asset classes, and you don't have any other asset classes here in the world. Again and again I am saying, and the best asset class for you is equity to create wealth. Gold, yes, some extent, one house, and fixed income for a short term, 3 years, 4 years, you can put some money in fixed deposit. Don't put fixed deposit for 10 years. Fixed deposit is good for 3 years, 4 years, not for 10 years and 12 years, because the inflation will eat you up completely. Gradually the returns will start coming down. If you're going to get 7% and inflation is 6%, you're getting 1% and you're paying tax for the 7% totally. TDS has been introduced. Earlier people were putting fixed deposit in 10 different banks, 30,000, 40,000. Today income tax officer can put your PAN and get all the deposit wherever you are putting, nook and corner. So don't try any of those gimmicks any further. It will not work. Anything, even 1 rupee you earn, it comes there to him. So he will tell you that you have earned money like this. So things are not going to help anybody. So put a little bit of money here and there and try to, put 10%, 20%, allocate your money and have a decent way of living. It's a very simple thing. How to become a crorepati. I always tell people getting crorepati is nothing today in the stock market. 20,000 rupees every month in an equity fund. You can invest, 15 years. You can become a crorepati. But 15 years, they say, it's a long period for me. What to do? So then you can never become a crorepati, that's all. You'll get stuck somewhere in between. Power of compounding always works. The interest on interest scheme. Power of compounding is one of the best methods by which you are able to get this. And inflation is hitting you very, very hard. As I told you, Indian inflation is better off compared to many other countries. FD is safe if it is for 1 year investment, and it is dangerous investment if it is held for 10 years. Dangerous means the inflation is eating you away. Equity is risky if it is for 1 year, and completely safe if it is for 10 years. Understand the difference. Fixed deposit is good for 1 year, 2 year, 3 year, 4 year. It is not safe for 10 years. But equity is not safe for 1 year, 2 year, 3 year, but it is safe for 10 years. Understand this difference. Understand this difference. Think 100 times. Write it down and again and again. Look at patience long term. You have to write. Attend programs. You will become a crorepati. Emergency fund, I think I mentioned to you, don't wait for returns in emergency fund. Don't pull out the money and then do that. Retirement planning is a must for you. Benefits of early retirement. People want to retire 45 years, 50 years, want to be on their own. It's easy to do that. It is not difficult. You want to go foreign countries, you can have a fund on your own. You can create on your own. Anything is possible today. But don't try to borrow money and spend it. Future money, future income, don't spend it on your consumption. Consumption in India is tremendous today. You go to any mall, any airport, seaport, or your railway station, you are seeing it. Hotels are running full today. People are spending money left, right, they are giving their credit cards. But are they earning enough to pay that? I don't know. But don't get indebted to somebody. Never spend your future income. Past savings, utilize it for your consumption, not your future income. Very dangerous steps. These things you must teach your children very well. Those who have knowledge don't predict, and those who predict don't have knowledge. In case you are going to ask me how the market will be, this is the answer for that. Those who have knowledge don't predict where the market will go, but those who predict don't have knowledge. So understand all this very well. Never ask a question where the index will go, whether index will go up or down. We don't know anything. That's a real answer. If I'm going to say it will go to 80,000 or 70,000, I don't know. But the direction I can say that the direction of the market is up, but I don't know whether it will go up or not. I don't know really. But the indexes will definitely do. If I'm saying India is going to be the top 3 countries and we're going to cross 5 trillion economy, definitely we are on the rise. Market will go up in the next 3 years, 5 years. But when it will go up, we don't know. Whether it will come down and go up, that also we don't know. But the direction is clear to me that it will go up. But if you are not participating, what's the point in reading it? You have to participate. That is what I'm saying. Unfortunately, only 4% is there. Who is this lady? Can you guess who it is? Who is this lady? Anybody can tell me? I have a few questions to ask you before I close. Who is this lady? No? She's one of our regulators? No? Huh? NSC what? Chitra Ramakrishna, I don't know whether she is in jail or I don't know whether she, I won't bring that photograph here. I think she is in jail or out of jail, I don't know. Definitely not. It's a regulator, I'm saying. She is a SEBI chairperson. She is Madhubi Puri. She is a SEBI chairman today. You must be aware of things. That's what I am trying to say. You know, you must know SEBI. You must know who is the person governing it. RBA. Everything we should know by heart. Who is this person? What is his name?
He is a Tamilian. He is from Tamil Nadu.
He is not a Tamilian. He is a Orissa man. But he has lived in Chennai. He is not a... How many asset management companies are there in India? Mutual fund houses, how many are there? Any idea?
More than 20.
More than 20. Is it correct?
More than 50. It could be more than 50 also.
More than 50 also.
Yes, there are many companies. Whoever is having insurance company, they are all having a mutual fund. Indian companies are there, foreign companies are there.
Sir, I am asking how many companies are there?
50, sir, 50.
50.
No, sir, 25, around 25.
Around 25. Actually, there are 42 mutual fund houses that are there in India right now. And you might have heard about Axis Mutual Fund or Birla, Aditya Birla or Canara Robeco, you know, and some of the foreign companies like what you said, Franklin Templeton,
Narayan.
Mire is there, HSBC is there, and there are 2-3 listed companies there, UTI, Nippon. Nippon is again a Japanese company. UTA, Nippon and HDFC, all three are listed companies. So including all that, we have 42 mutual fund houses and some more are expected to join. I think Bajaj is the latest entrant to come into this. I think they have also done. I think they are reasonably doing good job. They're almost having an asset base of about 40 lakh crore today. It used to be 1 lakh crore in 2002. In 20 years, they've grown to 40 lakh crore. And they expect this to go to 100 lakh crore in about 10 years time or lesser than that. So you must participate in this in whatever form you feel is required. I am not suggesting that all the money you should put it here, but some money you can take utmost care and put your money. You are not going to be misled and you are not going to be a loser by doing this. I know some of the old clients, in fact I have 1 or 2 clients who are over 85 years, they also come and say, I would like to invest. There are people who are 85, 86 years. They have been investing. So the people who have strong conviction, they are investing money. But whereas young people, they feel the time is too short for them. So they go to cryptocurrencies and whatnot. That's the problem. Cryptocurrencies, people have lost 70% in 2021, 22. So we don't know whether it will do well or not. But my only question is, if it is a regulated product, invest money. Is crypto a regulated product? No. It is regulated by police station. Anything regulated by police station, you can't put your money there. Hard-earned saving cannot go there. So never put money. So first question you must ask, whether it is regulated or unregulated. When the seller comes, you must ask him. If he is not, 90% they will not tell you anything. Either he will know or he will not know. He will not tell you anything. So best is to avoid. Take your time before you invest money. That's very important. He just in a hurry on 31st March to save some taxes. He signs some papers, whatever he says, dotted line, and give it to him. And then ultimately think that you're going to save money. It will not work. So I think I have covered everything.
One mantra, sir, invest and forget it. That also we have to in younger generation. You know what I'm saying? No. What's the purpose of investment I am talking? Otherwise, you're going on seeing daily, then market will be down and up and people will agree. First invest, then forget it after 10 years you can see.
That's a good idea. Any other questions, sir? Thank you very much for the opportunity. In case you have any questions, I'll be more than happy to. I'm sure you'll have some questions. You can ask me any question you want. I hope you enjoyed
The
the
return on real estate side, the rental income,
2%, 2.5% will get.
normally 4%.
I don't know, sir. 2.5%, 3% is maximum in all over India. Maybe commercial real estate you may get little higher, but it carries a risk. But on a generally, when a person is investing money, not required. You know, I always say that second house is not required for a normal person. But if you're a super rich man, I have no advice to give you. You can invest in second house or third house also. But real estate for the purpose of return, you should not go. That's what I'm saying. When the opportunity is there for 12, 13%, why do you go there? That's the question I'm asking. Because your ability to oversee, supervise, all those things, it takes time. It's a good asset class, one good house to live.
Even 2% you will not get, sir. If
No.
you are investing in real estate.
Anything else, sir? On equity market, you have any questions? Or on gold, you have any questions? Fixed deposit, you have any questions? Nothing. You all appear to be very, very knowledgeable investors. Huh? No, I won't say that. Huh?
On equity,
Ah.
could you differentiate and what are the prospects between say lump sum investment versus the SIP? That's also
Suppose-
some people prefer, but we could have.
Suppose you find that you are having about 5-6 lakhs of rupees now to invest money and come to me. I normally say the market is always volatile. We don't know whether the market will go up or down. That's what I'm saying. When that is the situation, I always say park your money in some kind of a liquid fund, 5 lakhs or 6 lakhs, and over a period of next 10 months or 12 months, transfer it by means of systematic transfer plan into some good equity schemes, depending upon your goal and depending upon the time frame you're going to keep the money. Suppose you say you're going to stay invested for 5 long years, then I would think that 10 months you can transfer the money by STP. So 50,000 rupees will go every month. So the market is up or down, doesn't matter to me. This is the lump sum money. So any lump sum, we can do it. On the other hand, if you're going to come and tell me I want to keep it only for 1 month or 2 months, is lump sum money, then I will say put it in a liquid fund and leave it. That liquid fund, any point of time after 15 days, you can pull out the money automatically. So there is no problem about that. Whereas systematic investment plan means I am a salaried employee, I am getting a regular income. So a disciplined way of investing, systematic investment plan comes there. Whether it is 3,000, 5,000, 1,000 or 10,000 every month on a particular date. Once you sign up the paper, it will get easiest automatic debit from your account and it will get accumulated as units. So that's a good way of doing it. But you have to run it for 5 to 10 years if you want to have a reasonable corpus there. So systematic investment plan is good for salary earners and for a businessman who don't have predictable income. Better to go for these kind of liquid and systematic transfer plan. Or if I'm going to sell some property, get some money, or I'm selling somehow some car and I want to park some money, all those things, lump sum money can come very handy. But both are good, sir. No problem. But you are.
I just want to doubt. I have a doubt. Serious doubt. I'm an advocate, so no issue. Generally, I'm looking at the people who don't have the pension and who retire at the age of 60, and they have some money, sir. And inflation is going on because the rates go up, rental expenses go up. So if suppose they get about lump sum of 50 lakhs on the day of retirement, and that 50 lakhs may fetch, say about 25,000 rupees or 40,000 rupees this month. And inflation after 5 years, that 40,000 rupees will end up somewhere around 25,000 rupees. How to manage this if they are going to live for 80 years?
See, that's what I told you about SIP now. A salaried employee can put money in SIP, and the lump sum money he wants to put, I said you can use STP, systematic transfer plan. These two facilities are available in mutual fund. Now for your third question of retirement, I am getting 50 lakhs. I want to deploy that money, come to me. I will put it in 4 or 5 different funds of 10 lakhs each, or 12.5 lakhs into 4 funds each. And I will say wait for 6 months or 7 months. And I'll allow you to draw 7% every month as a systematic withdrawal plan. That facility is available in mutual fund. You can utilize that for the next 10 years or 20 years. This 50 lakhs in my opinion should go to, after drawing this 6% or 7%, it should automatically go to 75 lakhs at the end of 10 years or 12 years. There is no need to dip into your capital at all. Money will not go away. But the condition is long term and patience. These two are important here also. But you can draw only after 6 months so that some appreciation is there. 50 lakhs become 51 lakhs or 50 lakhs and 50,000. Start drawing money. Normally 1 crore you invest, you get 60,000. That's the thumb rule, you can keep it. 50 lakhs means you can keep 30,000 rupees. You said 25,000, 30,000 you can draw. There is no problem at all. Many people we have devised this.
After 10 years, what is that money income will be there, sir? Now you get 30,000. After 10 years, considering that inflation, you should get about 40 to 45,000.
You'll be able to increase it because the corpus would have gone up to 50, would have gone up to 60 lakhs or 70 lakhs.
That is manageable.
So it's 100% manageable, and you can go up to 80 or 100 years also. It should only go up, it cannot come down. See, the first 5 years, the break-even point is 5 years for equity. If you are able to cross that, you will be a winner. But you are not able to cross. That's what I am trying to emphasize again and again. That 5 years, if you cross, you are the winner. But the first 5 years is the problem and challenge. If you can manage somehow or other, then you are the winner. That is the one. You have to somehow or other manage to wait for 5 years. If you do it,
What is that waiting 5 years for what?
because the appreciation will come, the market volatility will be there, the loss in the equity index can be 1%, 2%, 3% or 10% sometime. The market keeps going up and down. The last 40 years, if you take it, 4 times or 5 times in the last 40 years, the market has gone down by 20% also per year, 20% per year. But 7 times it has gone up by 20%. So other times, it was a fixed amount also. So the first 5 years is the testing time for you. So you invest money and you keep quiet. I don't think you'll be a loser. Systematic withdrawal plan is the plan for pension products.
How guarantee on equity shares?
Yes, sir?
How guarantee?
No guarantee, sir. No assurance, no guarantee. எல்லாத்தையும் guarantee கேட்டா யார் கொடுக்குறாங்க guarantee சார்? இதுதான் சார் தப்பு பண்றோம் நம்ம. அதெல்லாம் முடிஞ்சு போயிடுச்சு சார். guarantee periodலாம் முடிஞ்சு போயிடுச்சு. No guarantee கிடையாது. நம்மெல்லாம் no guarantee, no assurance, nothing. You have to believe it. அதெல்லாம் முடிஞ்சு போச்சு 20 வருஷம் முன்னால. சொன்னேன்ல 1989ல you are getting 16% interest from Sundaram Finance. PPF was giving me 16%. Today the same PPF is giving me 7.25%. அவ்வளவுதான். இன்னொரு 4 years அப்புறம் you will get 3%, 4%. So in the guarantee period, nobody will give you guarantee. We are used to that culture of guaranteeing assurance. We are taking people here, there, school, we are developed our methodology. Be brave, sir. After 5 years, you will make your money. I am giving you so many mantras for making 1 crore, and you are worried about this assurance. I am saying, next 10 years, we can meet here. You invest today. Call me, I'll come. You are a very old organization. 1950 you have started. I am sure next 10 years I can come again and talk to you in front of you. You must be very confident, sir. You must have optimistic. Indian economy is growing. We are in the 5th largest economy in the world. We are going to be the top 3. And the conviction, if we don't have the conviction and we talk all kinds of things, we are making mistakes. We are wasting time. Majority of the time we are giving opinions. Only 4% of the people are investing, and opinions are given by 96% balanced people who have no stake. If you go out and you tell him, I heard a lecture on equity, they'll say, why did you invest? Listen to this. Equities, you lose money, they'll say. Because he has no stake. He can advise you. Opinions can be given by anybody and everybody who has no accountability and who has no stake. So don't bother, sir. Start investing tomorrow morning. I am telling you, from 83 I am investing. I am able to stand here.
The difference between a large cap, mid cap, and small cap.
Large cap, top 30 companies, they say in Sensex. Sensex is having 30 stocks. You can call from ACC, Tata Motor, Infosys, TCS, Maruti. All are top class companies, bigger companies having a higher capitalization, market capitalization. They come under large cap. Large cap, you take, banks, ICICI Bank, State Bank of India, Axis Bank, all the very large, large cap. Mid cap, you can say, LG Equipment or, small, Amrit Das. Tiny companies will get into small caps. Very, very small companies having a share capital of less than 5 crores, 4 crores, 6 crores. Small cap companies. Small cap companies, they always say it will give you better return. Don't believe all that story. Large cap is better for you. To begin with, large cap is good. Mid cap, you can take a chance. Small cap has got a lot of risk, but it can deliver good returns. So starting with large cap is always good. Mid cap exposure is recommended. Small cap, in a mediocre way you can go. You cannot get into small cap saying you will get 50%, 60% and all that. It will give, but you will also get minus 60% in 1 or 2 years. You must be ready. You must be a brave-hearted man for that. So all are good. Average return can be, in a large cap can give you 12, mid cap can give you 13, small cap can give you about 13.5. But in the 1.5% they're going to, you should not fall for small cap. But if you're a youngster having enough money, then small cap or mid cap is always good. But large cap, Maruti, 50% of the cars in India are Maruti cars. So anything can go wrong in that. Maybe 45, it can come down, 44%. That's how we should see it. We are second largest manufacturer of automobiles in the world today. We are the second largest steel manufacturer in the world today. So where is it? Aadhaar card 2010 they started. Today you see the digitalization in India. Nowhere in the world. Your COVID certificate, moment you step out of the hospital, you got it. In America, they're writing in a piece of paper certificate. Do you know that? In America, you don't get a COVID certificate in the mobile phone. They write it and give you. Biden can say a lot of things. Yeah, that is why they are coming. Every week some president is coming to India. Why? They are seeing growth potential in India. But sitting here, we are not visualizing that. We are missing the big thing. Every week some foreign minister is coming. Why? Because they are seeing something big in India. The next 10 years, the growth is happening in India only. We are having one of the largest democracy in the world now. See, I told you, UK, every 3 months, 6 months, Prime Minister is changing. In India, we got a stable government. We got a reasonably good legal system. People are educated. Everything is there. All are plus point in India. You must have the willingness to invest. That's the only thing we are lack. All others are in your place. Anything else, sir?
For the index funds, sir?
Index funds are good. Index funds are good, sir. You want to, index fund will, whenever the index goes up, index fund will go up. When it comes down, index fund also will come down. But active funds are a little better to begin with. After that, index. Index funds are very popular across European countries and USA. But in India, I think active funds are able to beat the index funds. They are all called passive funds. They have got two varieties, active and passive. They are a little cheaper expense-wise, but I think active funds can deliver better returns to begin with. But if you are already exhausted large cap, mid cap and small cap, then no harm in taking some exposure to index funds. Patient hearing, sir.
Program today. So to felicitate our illustrious speaker for the day, I now request Mr. R. Murugan, Treasurer, IIF Southern Region, to felicitate our speaker for the day with a Angavastram and a memento from the IIF. Gentlemen, with that, we have come to an end of a very interesting seminar today on the topic financial planning and wealth creation. We are sure the contents of the talk had a lot of takeaway for our audience. It was indeed a very interactive program, an interesting one. And this was our, as I said in the beginning, our 47th program for the year by Chennai chapter. We would like to thank our speaker for the day, Mr. A.K. Narayan, Chartered Accountant, Financial Consultant, and author, for taking time off his busy schedule and making us rich with knowledge. It was a fantastic presentation with a lot of vital information, a lot of hard-hitting points and thoughts for us to think about and invest tomorrow, is what he said. So today, actually. So thanks a lot, sir. And further, we'd like to thank all the members from IIF Chennai chapter and also Madras Management Association. So for people who joined us here, I'm sure you had a wonderful learning experience. And we from the Chennai chapter will be conducting many such more very thoughtful and technical programs also, and we'll be sharing information with you soon. And lastly, I'd like to take the opportunity to also ask you all to visit our IIF Chennai chapter YouTube channel. We have a very active channel with more than 50 videos of both technical and management content. So you can visit that and get benefited as well. So thanks so much for being with us here today.